Welcome everyone, Laurel Beard here, back today with another video for my 25 Days of Christmas video series, now through the 25th. Today we're going to do some silhouette die cut scenes. Very easy to do. This is a beautiful die. I've gone ahead and die cut on black cardstock. It's from Penny Black. It's called Santa on the Roof. Just reminded me of my daughter so much. And this is a stencil. It's called Simple Blends from Brutus Monroe, and it's a circle. They have an oval, and it comes with a negative piece. I can't talk today. The negative piece and also the circle mask. I'm going to use the negative piece here just to create some circle backgrounds. And I'm using two different colors of Catherine Pooler ink. It's a girl in party dress, and this is a little blending tool that I've got from Nuvo. I'm going to try it out here. And it really helps get really good coverage down. Like I'm being heavy with the party dress, and then I'm going in with It's a Girl on the top, and I'm just blending these two colors together. You can use whatever blending tool you have in your stash, a makeup sponge even. Those are very inexpensive. And going in and created this circle, I'm going to spritz a little bit of water here. Once I get the two colors blended in, just to achieve some water splotches. And I do a couple of other backgrounds off camera. My camera went a little wonky. I think I had too much stuff on my phone and it kept cutting off. So I didn't get all the backgrounds that I'm making for the 3 cards, but you get the general idea here. So that's the circle I'm using. I've got some striped paper here from My Favorite Things. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down to a pink card base. Any color card base you want is great. Any pattern paper you want is great. But I'm a sucker for black and white stripes and polka dots. I'm just a huge sucker for it. What can I say? So I'm going to go ahead and work with this panel here. So there's my little die cut there that I cut with just regular black cardstock. I'm going to adhere that down, kind of center that in place over that masked circle scene there that we created. And if you don't have a simple blend, you can cut a circle die cut with some typing paper and temporarily adhere that down on your cardstock and create your own mask. I'm going to trim this down with my paper trimmer because I really wanted those black and white stripes to show. I just love them. And I love this little Santa and this cute little girl won her presents. Just really reminds me of my daughter. So I'm going to adhere this panel down with some double-sided foam tape. I'm just throwing the backing paper onto the floor, by the way. It's pretty funny. And I'll just center that up in the center card. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment. All the supplies that I'm using are linked below in the YouTube description for you. But I'll just stamp a sentiment, have a holly jolly Christmas. And there's this first card. Daughter with a little scarf on. Oh, she's adorable. Another way you can use this is using the negative space of the stencil. So that's the piece that was left over after I ran it through my die cutting machine. I'm going to actually use it as a stencil. I'm using that Joy as a placer, so ignore that. I'm going to adhere my little paper here that I'm now turned into a stencil with some purple tape, and I'm using I'm using anything I can. I'm pulling in the stencil that I just used to kind of mask off that area, and then I'm going to go in with some Midnight ink from Catherine Pooler and kind of pounce that ink. I'm doing a lot of pouncing. I'm not going in a circular motion because I didn't want my sponge to slip up underneath this paper. So I'm just pouncing it on there, and when I pull it off, I have my little silhouette there, my little inked silhouette, and I left the chimney off this time to give that die another look here. And then I went ahead and used a circle, and I just placed it over that sentiment or that die cut and spritzed it with some Nuvo Mica Mist in pink. So it's really sparkly and pretty. I'm going to take that Joy and adhere that down. I got the sniffles. I'm sorry if I'm sniffing in your ear. Apologize. I'm trying not to, but it's that time of year. This is some black and white washi tape I had in my stash. I'm just kind of adhering it down on the right-hand side of my card panel. And then I'll adhere that stenciled scene just created there directly flat onto my card base. I love that little pop of black and white stripes. I told you I'm a sucker. That Joy was die cut with some glitter paper, by the way, just to add some sparkle. And here's a look at that card. So you get some sparkle from the mica mist that I used in the background and also from the die cut there. So here's a look at all 3 cards. Hopefully you can pick up the sparkle from the mist. Here's another version of the first card we made just with some polka dotted paper instead. And that circle was masked with just one, I just ink blended one solid pink color for the one coming up here, right here. That's just ink blended with, It's a Girl, I believe. So just a couple of variations of the same card. So just think you can sit down, you can mask off and create all your circles at one time. Then you can go in and fill it in with different color die cuts, different kind of die cuts you have, different colors. You could stencil in different things in that negative space. There's a lot you can do with just this one type of card. So thanks so much for joining me today for another video for my 25 Days of Christmas video series, and I'll see you tomorrow.